We live. Papa Podcast.
Live,
Pop
pop
up
up.
upon them and we're
Back
back
with it.
upon them.
Welcome back.
Wagwan,
Welcome
y'all.
back.
Yes, sir.
Are you sure it's live? Oh, okay. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. So what's up?
We back with it.
We
What's
live.
going
we
on,
live.
everybody? What day out?
What's going on? What's going on? All right, so we got some people already chilling, but wait, can y'all hear me? I know
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
it perfect.
our microphone be on some dumb shit sometimes, but all right. Well, first off, welcome back to y'all niggas.
Welcome back.
Word.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back, brothers.
Thank you for coming back, episode 45. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. It's gonna be a long conversation. And we're gonna talk about some other stuff that's gonna lead to the next episode. So first off though, while we wait for more people to kind of gather, if they do, who knows? I don't know, Clown, have you been playing what the freak? Have you been playing that Halo game or not? Did you get a chance to check it out?
Once I got home from work, Rocky pissed me off, so it was perfect timing. I went right on that motherfucker. First game got 31 kills. That game is fire. Let me tell you something. That Halo game is the shit. If you have the new Xbox, you got the Game Pass, you're able to play the multiplayer as of today. The only thing we don't have access to at the moment until December 8th, the official launch day, is the campaign. So multiplayer is the only part of the game that's out. But listen, it's free 99. Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely
Right.
get that downloaded when we get off this.
Yeah. So you're like you said it came out today because today was the anniversary, right? Like that's the only
20th anniversary of Halo with Microsoft. And yeah, so that's why they decided to drop the multiplayer. So definitely go and check it out. And again, if anybody else who's watching has Xbox, they also released the GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition, the new remastered edition on the Game Pass as well. So you can get an idea of how the remasters of these games are, before you buy the whole package that includes 3 and Vice City, which all 3 of them look amazing, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I didn't obviously. Oh, go ahead, DJ. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm excited to play Vice City because it's been a minute since I played Vice City, bro.
Bro,
That's
Vice
facts.
City, like the colors and everything, the game looks so much brighter and way better, bro. I can't wait to play Vice City too. It's lit.
Yeah. I haven't had the chance to play them. Probably not gonna be able to play them for a while, but um, from what I saw, like Don was saying, I'm really excited to play Vice City because it's been very long.
Facts.
I remember playing San Andreas maybe like it's been a while playing San Andreas too. Not gonna lie, but and then it's Grand Theft Auto 3 also, right?
Yeah, Grand
Yep.
Theft Auto 3. I'm not too excited to play Grand Theft Auto 3. I watched that. Like it's like
Neither
Grand Theft Auto
was
3 was
I,
alright.
but I had no idea Grand Theft Auto 3 took place in Liberty City. I found out that today for the first time because when that
You
came
know
out,
that
we was
nigga?
jits. I never
I
knew
knew it
that.
took Liberty City.
It's
I
actually
didn't know-
it's funny because it's actually isn't it actually Grand Theft Auto Liberty City? Yeah, it's actually called
Grand-
there was a Grand
Grand
Theft
Theft
Auto
Auto Liberty City is the one that came out on PSP. It was
Okay,
like
got
the
you.
Yeah.
Got you.
prequel or
That's
like
why.
the
That's
sequel.
why I knew it was Liberty City because it's like literally the same game.
Yeah.
I
it's
never
like the same
got
thing.
into 3 because when 3 came out, I was a jit, so I ain't never really understood 3. Vice City was like the first Grand Theft Auto game I played. So
Man, I used
I
to
had
play
no
that.
idea.
I used to play that with John. Back
Facts,
in,
Uncle John.
I used to play that with Uncle John, bro. We used to like that man used to put me onto that
That's
game.
a fact.
Mama didn't want me to play that game.
Yeah, I played that game.
Yeah, facts.
Probably I must have been like 8. I don't know, maybe like 8 or 7 when it came out. But I know the first time I played it was in England, like with my cousins that lived out there.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was like the first time I played it, and then I played it. Eventually, I think I rented it probably when I got older, or something. So, but yeah,
Okay.
it looks cool. I personally I was talking to some other people about it. Like I kind of wish that they had went a little bit more high definition like detail, made it more like the current gen when it came to upgrading the graphics of the of those original 3,
Facts.
um but I get like what they're trying to do. They're trying to still have that like classic vibe, that kind of like like that
Yeah,
vibe for
they don't
people
want
that played
to.
it.
They don't want to
Yeah.
botch the game, like take too much from the game. You know what I'm saying, or change the whole game. It's not a new game. It's just like mastered in a way, remastered.
Word.
Facts.
Word.
And I ain't gonna lie though, like if you really want to see the difference, there's a lot of videos on YouTube where you can kind of see the difference like firsthand with each game. And there's a pretty big difference because some of the scenes, like when they show you the original, was like so much darker and like hard to see certain things. And then when you look on the right with the definitive side, there's a huge difference. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, for sure. I can imagine. Yeah, I know there's got to be a difference, but I don't know. I just wanted it to look exactly like how, like how
Like
GTA
GTA 5
5.
and shit.
Yeah.
Facts. I ain't
But
gonna
the
lie.
fact that they putting this out, I know another GTA is coming soon. So
No,
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think it is. I feel like it. Well, it depends on what
not
your
soon,
definition of
soon,
yeah,
but
soon
yeah.
is.
When I say soon, I'm thinking more like a year and some change.
Which is funny
yeah,
to
that's what
me.
it
I
is.
think the opposite. I feel like they did this just to hold people over because they know, you know what I'm saying? Because like I feel like the energy that they had put into making this or remastering this, they could have put into continuing or finishing up 6 and making it better, you know. So
Facts,
but
Yeah.
facts, facts.
I don't know, there's a lot of rumors going on about 6. I remember reading one of the developers recently just like did like a what you call it, like kind of like a snitching interview. I don't know what you would call it, but they basically kind of snitched about the development and how it's been why it's been taking so much years. And apparently, like what they're saying is like they like the game was almost like completely finished, but I guess Rockstar, whoever didn't like it, so at some point in like 2018, 19, they had to completely start over from scratch. So
Word.
which is
Damn.
crazy when you think about it. Um but yeah, so we'll see. Definitely gonna look out for Grand Theft Auto 6. And anybody that plays this trilogy, let us know what you think.
Facts.
Um moving on real quickly, 'cause I see people like hopping in and out. Um, we're gonna talk about the NBA right now, real quick. Honestly, I haven't really been keeping up game wise. I know we're like getting close to Thanksgiving, so I know, truth be told, I'm not a big fan of like early season NBA. I like it
Yeah,
as it gets close.
not a lot of people are.
Not a lot of people
Yeah,
are. Yeah.
yeah. Like I'll watch whatever, whatever Thanksgiving game or Christmas game or whatever, but I don't really get too into it till like March-ish, like
Yeah, yeah,
so.
yeah. That's the best time. But I be watch. I keep tabs throughout the season.
Yeah.
Watch a
Same.
few games here and there. Check which players is popping, which players is not. Like right now, the Warriors is going crazy. It looks like the Warriors may really like. Right now, they look like a good team to win it all. And Steph Curry going nuts.
Especially because Klay Thompson and Wiseman ain't come back yet.
Exactly.
So yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bulls is like one of them like teams that nobody would have like people would have thought that they were gonna be lit, but like seeing it is like damn, like they actually like turn it up. They lit right now. You know what I'm saying?
They better than what people expected.
Yeah. No,
So,
the
so
rule
St.
change.
Digital said the rule
Oh
changes. Yeah,
yeah,
have they actually implemented those? Like, what are
yeah.
these rule
James
changes?
Harden
Because
ain't
even
getting them calls
as
no
far as
more.
like the foul calls and stuff like that, like it really has to be a legit foul now in order to get those foul calls. So
That's
James
good.
Harden,
I
that's why he had a slow start to the season because he's not getting all those calls like he was.
okay. I heard I heard LeBron James has a big part to do it while that new rule has been implemented. Like all those that faking that he be doing. You know what I'm saying? But truthfully be told, it's not just.
Honestly, I would think it's more people like James Harden, Trey
Yeah, well,
Young,
he's like one of the top
because
offenders.
because what they changed, like LeBron, he sells the foul. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody fouls him, like or push, like you know what I'm saying, he'll sell it. But James Harden will actually incorporate the foul, kind of like you know what I'm saying. Somebody puts their hand in front of you and he like puts his hand up so that
And he'll go for the shot and make that person's head hit him. Yeah.
LeBron is just selling. He's acting. You know what I'm saying? James Harden is kind of he found a legal way to cheat the game in a way.
Got you. All right, so real quick though, I wanted to talk about because kind of been seeing this a lot as far as the NBA thing. Then we're gonna move on to the rest of the thing because I think we warmed up enough. But the mental health, or I don't know, I guess lack thereof, stuff that's going on in the NBA, specifically with like Kyrie Irving and homeboy and like Ben Simmons on the with the 76ers. So first of all, before you, because I know more about the Kyrie Irving situation than I do really the Ben Simmons situation because the Kyrie stuff has been going on for a while. But as far as Ben Simmons though, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he's really sincere? Do you think do you think that he could put all this shit to the side, just get on the court and play? Like, do you think he's kind of holding a grudge against his team?
At this point, nah, he can't go on that court and play, bro. Like,
you think he's really mentally? You think mentally he's really
probably? You got to see how they did him. Well, you seen it how they did him at the end of the last year's playoffs. Like they was doing him kind of dirty. Not really. They was telling the truth, but seeing that truth, like, oh, he can't shoot, he can't this. Look at him, he went up for this shot and like pass it out, like, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much the whole city of Philadelphia probably hated him throughout the whole off season because he's the reason they kind of lost. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that the team was gonna trade, like, kind of wanted to trade him, and the coach wasn't even feeling him. He's like, yeah, I don't know what we can do with Ben Simmons. He's probably like, damn, I don't even want to like play on the court with these people. You feel me? So I kind of feel him, but in a way, it's like, bro, it's your job. Just go out. Like, I think it'll be better if he just went out and played, balled out like he can. Then his trade value will be up.
Right now.
Yeah, his stock is dropping right now.
His stock is dropping.
No, like even if you have a like oh, Ben Simmons, he'll come here and turn up. Like, it's like, damn, look what he's doing. Like, I don't want him to come here and bring that same energy. So he should be on the court just playing, hooping, getting buckets, and then get traded.
All right, word. Yeah, I'm just looking at what everyone's saying in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat.
Facts.
Shout out Mac. Shout out Casey. Shout out Sean. Everybody, be pulling up. Shout out. James Harden. Word facts. James Harden will use someone's hand to hit himself and whatnot. True facts. Ben Simmons wants off the Sixers, and I don't blame him. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like Don was saying, I kind of agree. Like, he could just, like, do your job. You're gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get paid a large lump sum to do a pretty important job.
But I also feel like mentally he's having a hard time accepting the fact that he's part of the problem on the team, and that's part.
When you say real quick, when you say he's part of the problem, what, in your opinion, how is he part of the problem?
Because everybody and their mama, ever since Ben Simmons came into the league, has compared him to LeBron and always said, like, every journalist and every person who knows sports say, if this nigga Ben Simmons learns how to shoot, he will be LeBron 2.0. Verbatim, everybody says that. But this nigga fails to work hard and teach himself how to shoot better. He just does the same thing. And then it's like, it's almost as if, like, he's getting more lackadaisical and, like, comfortable in his position on the team, and then when shit hits the fan, and then it's like, yo, we could have done a lot of things, but this is like the main thing that, like, brought our fucking team down to where it is, because you're not scoring, and not only are you not scoring, you're not shooting because you can't shoot. You still can't shoot after how many years being in the league. So it's a lot going on, though. I do kind of blame the Sixers for handling the situation publicly. I felt like that's something they should have kept in the organization if they really felt like he was part of the issue when everyone else was also agreeing. I felt like they should have gave their answer directly to him. But, I feel like we're never going to really know until we see this nigga leave the team, and then they finally get to interview him and hear his side of the story. All this, whenever issues like this happen between a team and a player, we never find out until like a year or two later. Like KD, for example, that whole issue with him and like the Warriors, why he left the Warriors, we ain't find that out till just a few months ago. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's something we kind of got to let play out.
Right. And real quickly, because like I said, I want to get off the sports thing, but so as far as Kyrie, so what seems to be going on with him is like, well, I guess what's mainly going on with him is like the stuff as far as like the vaccines and all stuff like that. And he doesn't want to get the vaccine. His team is forcing him to, correct?
No, I don't think his team. I think the state of New York is forcing him to.
The state of New York is saying that he's not allowed to participate in any public, thing in New York if he's not vaccinated. He can go out, like if the team travels to like Washington,
right? He
can play a Washington game, but when they come back to New York, he can't be around the team at all.
Got you.
Yeah.
And you think, and I've seen that he's recently been kind of left out of certain top 5 or top 10 conversations and stuff like that as far as point, do you think this is a reflection of people kind of blackballing him because of his status right now, or do you think that he really, that's that they're being honest?
Nah, I feel like that's them being honest because he's not playing. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what his conditioning is. When you base Kyrie Irving off of like the last 2 years of when he was with Brooklyn, it's not a good resume. You know what I'm saying? He tried to stop the play in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? But it obviously didn't work. And then, all the little bit of play that he did from then until now, it's like he could be just the same. He could be better. He could be worse. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like Ben Simmons. He's hurting his value by not playing.
Yeah, Kyrie definitely hurting. Like, I don't think any team really wants to, like, mess with Kyrie right now because, like, they see he's, like, literally a head case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
put him on the team. Who knows what he's gonna have an issue with next? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And nobody
Nigga
really
will have
wants
an
that.
issue with somebody wearing white sneakers or some
Yeah, yeah.
stupid shit.
I ain't
Right.
getting on the court if
Me
you wearing white
personally,
sneakers.
though, facts. But me personally, though, I feel like because a lot of NBA players before the season started was complaining about the season starting so quickly, and I feel like maybe that's his issue with the season,
With
and he's
Kyrie?
just using everything up. Yeah, yeah. Because even LeBron was complaining, even though LeBron's still playing, and he's gonna take his rest whenever he needs it and still play. Like, I don't know. I could see that kind of being a similar issue, but him not speaking on it because obviously as a players union they came to that agreement, so they can't really speak against something like that, you know what I'm saying, because everybody's still participating. But it could, I'm just saying hypothetically, it could be something, a part of his like equation why he doesn't want to play, not just the vaccine. He could be thinking like, yo, let me drag this shit out, and when I feel like taking the vaccine, I'll take the vaccine and come back and play the last 50 games of the season, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
who
don't
knows?
know. I think he's just like on the anti-vaxxer side. So like, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to look at the type of person Kyrie is, and the things that he comes with when it comes to like his mindset. It's a lot of he comes with a lot of conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
was a flat earther for a minute. And I'm not even gonna argue any of the conspiracies are flat Earth or anything. I'm just stating the facts that he's on these things. So I believe like he really thinks he's doing something good for, I want to say like humanity in a way, because he's that type. Like he wants to be like a fake type, like activist in a way, from what I think.
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. That's true. I agree with all that. And like, I don't know. I think with Kyrie, I don't think mental health is an issue. I feel like it's just a situation where he has a problem with a lot of things that are going on in the world right now, and unfortunately, he works for an organization that's a big part of the world. So
Facts.
it's like
word.
that's obviously going to be, or some sort of conflict. So um, let's keep it moving. Let's get into this
Word.
entertainment talk.
Word.
So first thing we're gonna discuss, oh boy, I guess we'll talk about first. We'll talk about the Kanye and the drink champs thing. So did you guys get any chances to check out this interview or any snippets from this interview or anything he
Oh,
said?
I
oh
ain't watched
yeah.
part two. I ain't watched part two. Only watched part one.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
seen
gonna.
I
I'm not even
seen
gonna cap. I still haven't even seen all of part two. I've seen a couple clips here
I
and there,
seen
but I
most of
haven't.
it. I seen
Yeah,
most
I
of part
haven't.
two. I seen the part where Larry Hoover Jr. was there, and um they were
Oh, he actually
talking.
pulled up.
Yeah, yeah, like he was actually there in the beginning of part two. And then after that, then it was, Kanye pretty much giving his opinion on a lot of other things. But more gems, bro, more gems. And I mean, there's not really much we can, say too much about it because everybody's kind of giving like their reviews and stuff on it. But definitely I will say, if you haven't watched it, regardless of how you feel about Kanye, watch it, because even people that I know who judge Kanye from afar, even though they respect him as a musician, still watched that interview and said like, damn, I learned a lot from him just by listening to him talk, even though he's all over the place and saying a bunch of different things. Like, if you really listen to the things he's saying, he's teaching a lot in that fucking interview.
Word.
Yeah, she was saying. Facts. It was detailed. Yeah, it was very detailed. Greatest Kanye interview. I seen both parts. I don't know about greatest Kanye interview.
Yeah, I wouldn't say greatest, but
I would say he'd have to be a little bit more sober for it to be put it up there with the great. But I guess you could argue that maybe some people would say the interview was better because he was inebriated and shit. You know what I mean? But which I mean, he wasn't like, he clearly was straight. Like he could clearly hold his liquor
yeah,
and
he wasn't
still.
throwed, but he
Yeah, he
definitely
wasn't
was
like throw, but
loose.
you
But
could
he
tell
was
he
loose
was
though.
a little looser. You know what I'm saying? We all been
Yeah,
there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I was there Friday night. You know, or Saturday night.
Facts.
Um,
Facts.
but but like you said, bro, like Mad Gems, like I feel like what was really great about the interview is that he was just like honest. You know what I'm saying? He was honest and he said like some really some things were a little bit out of line, I guess you could say, or he didn't have to
Yeah,
be as
as blunt, as true.
yeah, as blunt, perfect, as blunt
But
as he was. But yeah.
but that was just the type of nigga he is. Because he even said it too. He was like, if somebody was to come up to him and like express how pissed off they were at him because of something he did wrong, and he could admit that, he will grow a greater respect for that person, because he's like, this person's not going to hold back their emotions regardless. And like, I can trust this person's opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, like, you know, it's true, because we've all been in situations where we could have told the person like straight up what it was and just get it over with, but we might have just told a little white version, you know what I'm saying, a little smaller version of it, just to, you know, keep things going cordially. But that's just the type of person he is, man. You got to respect it.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I'm like the parts of like I mean there were parts of it where it's like he said things like to me things that were it was surprising that he said them out loud, but I wasn't surprised that he felt that way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Given
Facts.
the situation and all that. And I think a big part of the message that he was trying to convey is that like the people that you don't really see him vibing with no more is because they more so kind of couldn't mesh with him in his complete freedom that he has. You know what I'm saying? And
Word.
and that's another thing I took from the interview is that, you know, like I mean, it's like, you know, the same shit you see all the time. Like there's so much things that only this nigga can do and still be on the level that he's at. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people can't sit there and smoke a blunt with Noriega, you know what I'm saying, on fucking Drink Champs and still be the position that he's in. So
that's true.
So like that's what big part of what I gained from the interview was like this man has like a lot of freedom, and with that freedom he can talk shit about his wife's publicist and about Big Sean and fucking and like
crazy on
John
some
Legend.
of them people. He went crazy on Big Sean. What did he say? He said on my grave you're gonna see I should have never signed Big Sean.
Yeah, like I deserve it.
No, I deserve to be here because I signed Big Sean. Like, he snapped.
Wilding, bro.
And which is crazy to me because I feel like, you know,
he definitely said some things that, you know what I'm saying, you definitely want to keep in your head because, like, you feel me? Like, that's something that he probably thought, like, yo, like, that's what I want to put on my grave. But he probably didn't, like, mean it in a way that a lot of people think he meant it. Like he really, like, hates Big Sean. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think he hates him.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like he's just trying to say, like, yo, fuck this nigga. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, I definitely got to check out that part 2. I didn't get to see the part 2, but that part 1, you know, I don't think it's the best Kanye interview, like Caleb says, but definitely better than Trump interview. I don't think it's better than some of his Zayn. What's that dude's name? Zayn Lowe, whatever his name is. Some of his interviews. But it's definitely the most unique Kanye. Like he literally hits a blunt in the middle of the interview. That's like the most unique. You know, there's no other
word.
Interview.
Like I don't think I've ever seen him hit a blunt ever.
So that's like it's definitely a unique interview. Don't feel bad for Big Sean. He's rich. He's very rich.
Don't feel bad for rich people.
And he's sleeping with Janae Aiko. There's no reason to feel bad for this guy.
Right.
Yeah. So and also he dropped I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it had to be yesterday or the day before. He dropped the deluxe to his album.
To Donda. Yeah, I didn't hear
in my opinion, it didn't. Yeah, it's not really a deluxe. He just added like 2 songs and added Kid Cudi back on a song that he was off. Like, so it's not really a deluxe. It's just like, nigga, you could have just added this. But yeah, so next thing that we're obviously, I guess, gonna have to talk about is this the tragedy of Astroworld. Definitely a lot.
Number 10 was announced today. The 10th death.
Yeah, so that's number 10. Before we go, let me see what Casey, he broke down how he said, a matrix, why we shouldn't let social media numbers define us, the power of perspective, why we need leaders amongst our people. Yep, those all seem pretty important. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely go watch and check it out. But Astroworld, man. If you happen to go to Astroworld and survived, then you will have seen that 10 people did not.
That's wild. Just go to a concert and, you know what I'm saying, that's the last day of your life. That's OD. Yeah.
Well, first off, I'm glad you said that.
It's not a concert.
Yeah.
I want people to understand that this was more of a festival.
A lot of people have been referring to this thing as a concert. It's definitely not a concert. A concert normally, you know, and like I do the same shit. I call these shits concerts or shows or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the same shit. Yeah. But on a technical standpoint,
that was a festival.
Yeah,
that was definitely a festival. Concert.
It's a 3-day thing that he does, and it's just him, and it's only in Houston. It's
not just him. There's always a bunch of people. Megastar
bunch of people, but I'm saying like it's like his event, like always ran by him.
Yeah, it's like his event. I mean, which is another thing that I think we should discuss, because the more this kind of goes on, I'm starting to feel like it's not exactly his event, because to me it seems like he's not in any way being held responsible for this thing, other than public scrutiny and people, and the public thinking
Yeah,
that
yeah. That's the
Other than
that's
that,
you
seem
know.
like he's chilling, bro. Don't seem like he's really gonna take any else
Yeah,
for this.
the funny thing, a lot of people think, oh, they're gonna sue Travis Scott, blah blah,
Yeah, it's
24
not
hours,
Travis Scott.
but they're not suing Travis. Like they can, I mean, go ahead and get your money, but it's not like it won't. It's gonna hurt Travis Scott's name, but it's not gonna hurt.
Not his pocket.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
remember the venue got insurance, the whoever put
Yeah.
together the show got insurance, and Travis Scott and his label got insurance, and I'm pretty sure Travis Scott got insurance, so they just gonna take care of whatever. So it's like,
Yeah.
whoever was there, I know mad people, like I think they said like 200, 300 lawsuits has been put out already.
Oh
And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
yo.
against him and Drake. Yeah,
Yeah. So go, hey, my thing to those people, go get your money. If you're gonna try it, go ahead and try it, because it's like it's not really gonna hurt Travis Scott's name. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah,
Travis
I-
Scott's pockets. It's gonna
I
hurt his
did-
name if anything. But
Yeah, and I did hear that too. Somebody commented, Rana commented that definitely I heard that he hasn't left the house since, but
who
obviously
would? Like,
because if
that, that's
yeah,
gonna
I
mess
wouldn't
with
leave
your
the
head.
house either. Like that's a smart thing to do. If anything, like
his house
not
is probably the size of a couple houses, so I'd imagine he's pretty.
yeah.
He's
I
comfortable.
don't think he probably has no reason to leave. But and like it's all time, bro. Like Travis Scott's not gonna be held up in his crib forever. By next year, this time, these people is not gonna give a shit about it. He's gonna throw some other Astroworld shit, and kids are gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
You see,
but-
the streaming numbers went up like crazy.
yeah, streaming numbers went up in the past
he'll
week.
probably do the next Astro World in fucking in the
Yeah,
meta.
2020. Yeah. When put in the metaverse.
So
or
this
some
way,
shit.
this way people can wild out and don't really gotta, you know what I'm saying, get hurt for real.
Yeah, and so amongst the 10 people that there's a lot of things about this thing that I kind of want to mention that just keep coming to my mind. It's kind of weird. So, but 10 people died, right? And from what I've seen of the pictures of these 10 people today, none of these people are African American.
For real? There's a little kid, ain't it?
The little boy is 10. He died, which we're going to talk about him specifically, because he's probably going to be the most sympathized death of this situation that people are going to really be upset about. None of this is his fault, and he's going to be fine. I wouldn't go as far as to say none of this is his fault. I would agree that he's going to be fine. I wouldn't say none of it.
When it comes to his fault, though, I'm not solely gonna put the blame. I blame his fan base as well.
I blame his fan base just as I would blame the people that drank the Kool-Aid with Jim Jones. And you know what I'm saying? The people
true.
that all them niggas in the Nike sneakers that died with that crazy nigga that told them to kill themselves in the beds in the house in California. I blame his followers in that way because they've let someone who is way, how do you say it? Someone who's not on their level, someone who's way above them will never have to go, who surpassed that. They let someone like that get into their minds and fool them into thinking that trying to kill yourself at someone's show is a good idea. And I don't mean that literally. I don't think I don't think Travis Scott has any intentions in his head to, I want to kill kids or whatever, you know what I mean? Or kill my fan base. But
Yeah, of course not.
But yeah, of course not. But I would say that he definitely his whole image and the thing this is not the first time there's been even injuries at his show. Like people have been paralyzed and shit like that.
That's true.
Countless ambulances and shit. People have been hospitalized. And I feel like that's kind of part of his whole image and what he promotes. So it's like, it kind of is his fault because this is, you're going to keep pushing something until you get it. You get what I'm saying? Eventually, you know what I mean?
True.
And
That is true.
either you're going to get it in a good way or you're going to get it in a bad way. And
Yeah,
unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Casey said, that the rage and the chaotic energy, that's what he was about at his shows, and
Right.
and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of drugs involved as well. Mosh pits at rock concerts, yes. But I feel like Travis Scott took that to another level, bro.
yeah, but y'all don't understand. This is
it's-
what people keep look up videos of mosh pits. This is not a mosh pit. First off, let me explain to you what a mosh pit is. A mosh pit is a lot more organized than you may or may not think. While it's people just swinging bowls and going crazy and shit like that, people are not literally there's not even a situation where people are unintentionally having to trample each other. You know what I'm saying? That does not happen in a mosh pit. You might fall on the floor. I've been in mosh pits and seen people even pick niggas up off, you know what I'm saying? Like, get the hell up, you know what I'm saying? And continue moshing. That is a mosh pit. There's some level of camaraderie, even though niggas are clashing.
What happened at the Travis Scott thing was 50,000 people all trying to rush to a stage at one time, and obviously the people in the front being trampled to death. That's not fucking mosh pit. Like, so again, you could say, yeah, the venue should have stopped it, but how can a venue stop something? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, venue can't stop that. Nor could Travis, as much as people think
that's a lie. That's a lie. Travis Scott could have stopped it. Look up videos.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi was at Rolling Loud or wherever that shit was at, and kids literally started passing out. Whoever came on the stage told this nigga like, "Yo, kids are passing out," and he stopped. He said, "I can't continue and I don't want to continue because people are passing out."
True,
At least if what's his name, Travis Scott had at least been like, "Yo, I'm stopping this," then he could be 100% free of any kind of responsibility. You know what I'm saying?
You try to say stop the whole concert, like kill it, like done.
Yes, he had the power to do that. I would argue at that moment he was the only person who truly had the power to do that. Because who say you the person who's in charge of sound, light, or whatever. You are not gonna pull that switch unless Travis Scott says pull that switch. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, well, bro, I'm not trying to get, you know what I'm saying, fucked up. If Travis Scott had said stop the music, stop the DJ, or put his mic down.
Yeah, that's that. So that's the thing. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say that, and yeah, he could have. My thing with that though, and I'm not defending him because like you're right, he could have stopped it. Like the thing is, first of all, it's like another person said, he probably was high out of his mind. That's number one. You feel me? And in his zone while he was performing, like something like and previous.
He acknowledges over 3 to 4 people passing out.
Yeah.
One person passes out, and he even says, "Oh, y'all know what y'all kids came here for."
Yeah. I was gonna mention that. Yeah. I was gonna mention that. He noticed 3 or 4 people passing out, and the way he like reacted to it is like, "Oh, this is normal. Like this happens at my shows." You know what I'm saying? I don't think in a way he was thinking, oh, after I leave this, like people gonna die. Like I don't think that was nowhere in his mind.
Unless you're one of these
that's what I'm saying. So
you're not gonna, that's not the deal.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's like in his case, not in any like somebody like Playboy Cardi who maybe like people don't really do that crap at his concert or pass out often. You know what I'm saying? Like Travis Scott probably didn't have nowhere in mind to kill the concert, like stop it completely because this is normally what happens. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking in my head. And Travis Scott's head, even though like you're right, he could have stopped it like the whole thing, but I don't think like that would have happened. Like anyway, he probably could have seen somebody look like they was seizing and like literally about to die in front of him, and he probably would have just thought they were passing out, just take him to medical and take him out of here and continue the show.
Right, that's true. That's possible. It's not, like I said, I don't think he obviously didn't know people were literally dying at the moment they were dying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think he knew anyone literally died until he probably got off the stage and went home or wherever, or went to Dave and Buster's. They say.
Apparently, he didn't find out till the next day, but I don't know. Somebody had to have told him that right after. He probably was in Dave. He probably was in Dave and Buster's when he got the first text message. He's probably like, "Damn, somebody died," and probably was like a little like, "Oh." Like, but then when he got the other ones coming in, a second person died, he probably started shitting his pants. Like, oh shit, somebody.
Well, right, like I was saying in the thing, he's not the first person to have an event like this. But again, like I said, I've seen like I remember like when I saw the before that shit happened where people actually died on Thursday night or Friday night, whenever it was. I think it was Friday night. I remember seeing pictures of like the crowd itself, and I was like, "Yo, that's like an OD amount of people, even for a festival." You know what I mean? Like, bro. I technically haven't even been to I've been to like a music festival, but I've been to festivals, not many, but even the ones that I've been to, whether they were music related or art related or whatever, there's some type of organization. If you look at videos before they even open the gates. Kids rush the merchandise stand. They damn near like toppled it over of resellers trying to get the merch so that they can resell it and shit like that. Again, these are all things that specifically come with the image of Travis Scott. You get what I'm saying? Not saying he's the only celebrity or even rapper right now that's super profitable or selling merchandise that people go crazy for. But the thing is like, okay, he is not responsible for the actual like physical event happening, but he's responsible for the atmosphere that he created the atmosphere for it to happen. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I said to me, it's kind of like the cult leader shit. The cult leaders that people died for, they didn't literally kill them. You get what I'm saying? Like Jim Jones didn't kill nobody. He just convinced several people to drink cyanide. You get what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing. You created a situation where people were so enamored with you and your music and shit, I guess, that they put themselves in danger. That this kid is what, 9 or 10 years old? Come on.
The youngest one that died today was 9.
Yeah. And like I said, he encouraged chaos. He encouraged, like, even I seen he said, "Oh, the show sold out," but you know what I'm saying, like normal, y'all boys just like hop the fence and come.
That he encourages people to break the rules of things like that, like hop fences and jump security guards. Like, dude, you're creating this. If he stopped it, do you think that would have changed anything? Yes, I do think. We're
talking about stopping the concert completely.
I'm not talking about. And again, I do not think there's any way where Travis Scott could have snapped his fingers and everybody would have disappeared from the venue. But if Travis Scott has when him and Drake came out to perform Sicko Mode, I heard that is when most people tried to rush from the back of the thing to the front, right? And Drake did not. I don't think Drake didn't come out with him. Drake was, I think, kind of ended the set with him, right? So, and I heard that was when most people started dying. So all that, if he had at least stopped the show when before Drake came out, granted, I understand you probably paid Drake a lot of goddamn money that you did not want to risk him not coming out, but it would have changed something. I don't care what y'all say, Caleb or Colin or whatever. If Travis Scott had stopped the music, what would them kids have been doing? If anything, they would have been standing still, or several people would have started to make their way to the exit, which would have clearly stopped the situation. If you have any situation where Drake and Travis Scott on the stage, no one is going to be going the opposite way. Everyone is going to be going the way towards where they are. You get what I'm saying? Like,
that's a fact.
I know that he couldn't have literally stopped people from maybe even passing out. You know what I mean? Because like we said, that's something that happens frequently at his shows. But them 10 people that died, he could have prevented that. I think he could have, because those 10 people did not start dying until closer to the end of his set. So,
no, that's a fact. And it's just still an unfortunate event, but people just still have to try not to use this unfortunate event to stereotype concerts, because most concerts aren't even like that. Even at its most hypest moments, it's usually a lot more organized.
Yeah, a lot more organized than it was.
And lesser people. Festivals is when you got thousands of people. Concerts is usually within the hundreds, maybe couple thousand at most if you're selling out a big arena, but still controlled event. You know what I'm saying?
And clearly, you guys in the comments don't understand the situation of people rushing the stage, like, and why they rushed the stage. If he had stopped the music in the middle of his set, why would they rush the stage towards him for stopping the music? If he had stopped the music and got off stage, most people would either stopped standing around and they would have complained, or they would have, like I said, they would have started making an exit. But yeah, bro. So let's see. Let's go to a stage and look at 50 people and see if we can judge exactly what's going on. What? Bro, the nigga saw an ambulance. You guys are commenting on something that there's live video of. The man sees an ambulance truck coming to the audience. Within those 50,000 people.
And there was niggas dancing on top of the ambulance.
There was niggas dancing on top of it. Clearly something was going on here.
On top of the ambulance?
Yes, like y'all people that want to act like Travis Scott knew nothing at all. Come on, bro. He knew something. That's the thing.
He thrives off of chaos. Like when an ambulance comes, it's like
niggas don't even want to like believe that concept. The nigga saw the ambulance and was like, "Let's go." That's what it is. And there's where he made the mistake. I'm not saying the man could have stopped people from getting trampled or passing out. He could have stopped 10 people from dying. He could have. You know what I mean? That's it, point blank, my nigga. Because he get 50,000 people, of course. That's just gonna look like a sea of people. But when he saw that ambulance truck and he stopped the music and was looking mad confused, I would have immediately went to my PR, my manager, whoever's backstage, and be like, what's up with the ambulance, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, is everyone okay? You know what I mean? Yeah. He didn't even attempt to check. The man did not care squat what was going on with these kids. He did not care. So defend him all you want to, but I'm not for it, bro. Makes great music, but I don't encourage the whole, like, if people, it's their responsibility. And that's why I know niggas got to go and shit, but we're going to briefly talk about the fan responsibility. Like I said, certain aspects of it, like this kid, kids shouldn't have been at that concert at all. You get what I'm saying? I was about maybe in 6th grade or so. My mom took me to an Usher concert. And you know what I'm saying? I think EJ, if I'm not mistaken, you was there too. Usher and Kanye West or something like that. Very different than a Travis Scott concert, right? So it's like, I'm not saying don't take your kids to no concerts, but a Travis Scott festival on a Friday night, like for a 10-year-old, that's pretty deep.
Yeah. I seen some moms say that she didn't like her daughter, or I don't remember. I think it was a daughter asked her to go to a concert, and she was gonna say no at first, blah blah blah, and like you know what I'm saying, the mom looked like she didn't know anything about Travis Scott. So that's where I'm kind of conflicted when it comes to the parents letting their kids go to a concert, but still, like I don't know, I probably wouldn't let no matter what kind of concert it is. Just knowing like all the craziness that can go on at concerts, even a small concert or like festival, even like I wouldn't let them go by themselves at that or in a huge.
Was the kid by himself? And that's because I was talking to some people and they were saying like, because a lot of people that I was talking to about it, some people were saying like, oh, I don't even think it was the kid. Like it was probably his parents that wanted to go see Travis Scott and brought him because you know he's 10. His parents could be 30. You know what I'm saying? Could be even younger. But
that's the case. That's even worse.
Yeah, I would not take my 10-year-old to a Travis Scott.
But I mean, at the same time too. Yeah, but at the same time too, it's like there are 10-year-olds and 9-year-olds that are Travis Scott fans, and if your parents is crazy enough to bring you out there.
But bring them.
I don't think he was by himself though, because he was flicking it up. Somebody was taking pictures for him and shit. So I feel like he had to be with somebody.
Man, bring them to a meet and greet, bro. That's like bringing your child to I don't know. I don't know.
You might as well go and bring your kid to a fucking ASAP Rocky concert. Like
that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that. Or
niggas that know, like even though ASAP Rocky or laid back nigga, his concerts be lit. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
back in the day, not now.
Yeah, probably not now.
We don't got that type.
But if ASAP Mob was to do a show, it'd be lit.
Yeah. I mean, but
I say half on that, my nigga.
Yes, it would, nigga. Trust me.
Yeah. 12 what you would call lit. I wouldn't call it niggas. Just I just seen them niggas at Complex Con. Nobody was that going crazy over them. It was just like there.
No, I'm not saying that they would go crazy. I'm saying once they get in that vibe, you already know how them songs go, bro. Like
the old. That's what I'm saying. Them old songs, they don't make songs like that no more. The ASAP Mob don't even make music no more. Only one that makes music is Ferg and Rocky, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying on no new shit. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, either way, I'd take your kids to a meet and greet. If they like, there should be like a
at the mall or something.
I think that a lot of concerts have age limits. I think I don't remember, but
nah. And that's another thing.
Not really.
Yeah, they probably should have age limits on.
Even because they're not gonna check like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like
they're not gonna check everybody.
They're not gonna check no ID.
Bring your child to a meet and greet, a festival. Not really. A concert depends on who it is. Like Usher concert was fine because like it's Usher. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
there was nobody jumping up and down. Like we was all like it was just catching a vibe. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was just sitting there catching a vibe, maybe yelling and screaming and singing along with the songs. But no mosh pit and jumping in drugs and all that wasn't really going on and stuff like that.
Word.
Yeah, bro, not at all. Not the least that I saw.
Yeah. Whoa, let me turn up so I can see Usher.
Word. But yeah, man. So RP everybody that died at Astroworld.
Facts. That's
but I will close
thing.
out. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's the main thing. I mean, no matter how it happened or whatever it is, it's completely, definitely a tragedy and a sad situation that 10 people had to die at a.
10 people had to die, and like
Travis Scott concert.
Like MB says here, who I'm assuming is Nadlin, there should have been very clear emergency plans. Coachella has over 200K attendees a year at this point, and no one's been trampled. That's what the point is. Many festivals happen. If this specific situation, not one person, not two, not three, not four, not 5, 10 people dead. This has only happened at a Travis Scott show, and we're gonna act like Travis Scott not responsible in any way here. Come on, bro. They just had, what was that festival? Day in Vegas, in Vegas, and had Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Young Thug, mad people was there. This did not happen. They had a successful weekend. Everybody went home. Sorry, man. This is Travis Scott. The 20%, I'd have to raise that. I'd say Travis Scott is at least 60% to blame, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? At least
Gangster.
20, y'all tripping. You know what I'm saying? That man's at least 60% to blame. Because too much festivals and shit have happened where this has not happened. So I'm sorry. Let's see. Yeah, more security, all that. Like he should have been responsible. Why wasn't this situation set up? You know what I mean? For at least expecting something like this to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Sean, people have died at concerts, but I would like you right now, Sean, to go pull up on Google any concert, festival, or show in the history of the world where 10 people in one night died. 10 people.
Yeah. It might be
Nah,
one.
he broke records with this one. This one's OD. This the 10 people.
Only other thing
OD.
I can remember is that there was the fire in Rhode Island. Some rock and roll group they had a show in Rhode Island in a small venue, and their pyrotechnics set off a fire, and a certain amount of people died. But that's a whole different situation. That's not people getting trampled. That's a fire literally starting.
Yeah.
Other than that, this does not happen, bro. This man broke history. So y'all can keep jacking it, but Travis Scott is to blame, and people know that. So is what it is. Let's see what the court decides. And like you say, Caleb, is I'm sure that he will. This will not. It's not even going to see a courtroom. I don't think. I don't think this is.
They're gonna get sued, but they're gonna settle. Like his insurance is just gonna pay out. So if he was there, get your bread. Get your bread. Get your money.
Yeah, type shit.
Yeah, bro. Trust me. Yeah. Let's keep it moving real quick before we dip. So what's the next thing? Okay. I guess we could talk about Fetty Wap real quick. His little situation. I'm not even exactly sure, but I just know it's, I guess, drug related, like federal drug related. Anybody read up on it? If not, we can keep it pushing. Anybody knows?
I heard about it, but I didn't really know too much.
Yeah, I heard about it.
But I do wish the best for him though, because he's been going through a lot lately. And that album he dropped actually wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, fucking.
It's crazy that he's
when did he drop an album?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Like last week? Like was it recently or like?
I think like about a month ago, maybe more.
Yeah. So what you gonna say? Don?
Now I was gonna say it's crazy that he he got to go through this and resort to all of that, coming off that hot year that he had how long ago?
Many moons ago.
That was a minute ago, nigga. I was in college.
Many moons ago.
It'd be sucking for some of these one-hit wonders, especially times like this. This is not the time to be a one-hit wonder. Like you got to do something wrong to be a one-hit wonder in times like this.
But that's what I was going to ask you. Do you feel like, because we seeing this shit happen to people like him, Casanova, I forgot who else, they kind of got, we saw the whole 6ix9ine. Do you think these guys that kind of, they'll drop like 1-2 hits or even maybe a mixtape that's hot, but they fall off? Does it seem like they're the main ones who tend to like start pushing, like they just go full on gangster, like just deep into the whole.
Because you see where they was at and they got to keep up with that image. So the easiest way to make that much money and keep up with that image is being a pusher. You have to go crazy with it. Kingpin type. Because like he has to keep up with the him having mad money and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, it's just a shame though, because there's ways around that shit, but niggas is so simple-minded and want to be the same.
Yeah, because like I said, man, look at fucking look at Chamillionaire. You remember when niggas was dumb surprised to see Chamillionaire at that whatever game that was, and he was like courtside, and niggas was like, yo, what Chamillionaire doing there? He should be broke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. He had about 4 hits. Yeah. One like super hit. The other was,
honestly,
I was gonna say,
go ahead.
I want to say, but 4 hits in nowadays is technically like 1 hit. You feel me?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's technically a 1 hit.
That's what I'm gonna say. When you even the dudes that had like even 4 or 5 hits back in the day, nigga, sometimes I be considering T-Pain a 1-hit wonder. You get what I'm saying? Because nigga, you had hits. But it's been a while, my nigga. You get what I'm saying? And even people like, look how Lil Wayne fell off for a little bit where no one really but he even found a way to kind of come back into like the, you know what I'm saying? Like the spotlight.
Being relevant,
become relevant. Certain niggas is like, they just lost the whole thing. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't see that no more in like this day and age. Like you don't see 1-hit wonders like just drop 4 or 5 hits and be done. Like you just can't even hit no more. Like you really don't see that. Like people just be building fan bases now. And
look, my nigga, Casey, you can say what you want. You can say T-Pain was not a 1-hit wonder at his time, but compared to today's standards, he is a 1-hit wonder, man. If you think about it right now, right? When did T-Pain first drop? What was his first shit? The Shawty,
I was gonna say T-Pain is kind of overdoing it, but I hear what you're saying.
I'm sprung.
No, it's not. Listen, I'll break it down. I'll literally break it down why T-Pain is not overdoing it, bro. If you think about it, he started in what, 06?
Yeah.
By 6, 7. I would say by 2012, we wasn't really listening to T-Pain. Let's be honest here. So he was hot for what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 5 by 5, maybe call it 6 years.
He fell off hard though. I can say that. He
fell
definitely
off hard.
fell off dumb
Compared
hard.
to somebody like, look at even Young Thug. Young Thug, I can say he got popular maybe 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
And he's still going.
Right now, Young Thug's reign has surpassed T-Pain's reign.
I see what you're saying. Like, because T-Pain can put out a song right now, and it's flopping like crazy, bro. Like right now, I don't know. I ain't hearing nothing from
Yes,
T-Pain.
Sprung was his first one. Sprung came out like 05 or 06, bro. And by 6 years later, we was not listening to T-Pain like that. You know what I'm saying? We was not. So
crazy thing about that song too, he didn't even want to sing that shit. He said he wrote it for somebody else and they made him do it because they were like, they knew it was gonna be a radio hit.
Word, I heard that, yeah. But yeah, to me, today's standards, T-Pain, one hit wonder, boy.
And realistically, he had them 3 or 4 hits, and then the rest was features.
Yeah, they were like
the rest of his hard like bangers was features. Like there was a while he was on that Lil Wayne type shit featuring and killing it.
Technically, you could say his last like him shit that really killed it, that was like running shit, was Can't Believe It, when he had like the top hat and all that shit like that. After that, it was kind of up in the air with T-Pain, bro. And Can't Believe It was like what, 2008 or 9? Had to be.
Yeah, that's exactly about the time.
Come on, bro. Now I know it's a little harsh calling him a one-hit wonder, but his reign was very brief, man. Very brief, in my opinion. But I guess. Clay, you good, or you about to?
Yeah, no, I gotta head out, man. I gotta head out. But
okay.
But yeah, because I got your session, and the crazy thing is this John got scheduled last minute, so it's been a bit of a juggle, but got to get to it.
Word,
do we have anything that we had to discuss though?
I mean, yeah, bro, we were in the middle of the still had like half the show left, but I mean, but if anything, it's all good. I'll go ahead.
I know you said you wasn't really trying to go too crazy with the link, but yeah, I know, that's it's always always on here for a minute, but yeah, man.
It's all good. Yeah, if anything, we could definitely if we link back up, you know what I'm saying, if we do another show like in a week, because we do have like some other stuff to talk about as far as an experience that we had like on a Delta flight and stuff like that.
Facts. We got to talk about. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with the trip that happened that we could talk about, man. Because I could talk about my experience with the hotel too. Type shit.
Yeah, that's true. Man. That is true. That is true. We could talk about Texas in general. You know what I'm saying?
Houston, Texas, Katy, Texas.
a different environment, as Drake says.
Different environment than Drake was talking about.
Yeah, we
to an extent.
Y'all said you're gonna get Buddy that was on the plane with y'all on the show.
Oh yeah. I hit him and I let him know the opportunity was still open since we weren't gonna talk about it tonight specifically. But he didn't hit me back yet. I'm sure he probably knocked out, getting ready for his day tomorrow. He got that big interview and thing. So
my dog Sean's still going with the Travis Scott. He said, like I said, Travis Scott ain't the first.
I think that was Caleb. Caleb said when he looked up these debts. And yeah, I'd be interested to check out these, because it's very funny to me like how the media would not mention any of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen none of these in the media. I've never heard none of these in my life. And these are all rock festivals. That's what I'm saying. What about rap festivals, my nigga? I'm not talking about rock people, bro, because these rock niggas is kind of a given. I don't remember no rap, but anyway, yeah. So
yeah, me neither.
If anything, we can link up again like real soon and get finish off the other topics.
We could finish up the rest of the topics tomorrow. To be honest,
I'm with it. We can jump on again.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, if anything, we can finish up tomorrow.
We can do it tomorrow. Tomorrow I got a full day off, so.
We're then we'll get into the other episode next time. So all right, Joe. Shout out to everybody. Everyone that was in the chat. We're definitely gonna pick up this conversation. Hopefully tomorrow, like what I'm saying, like we said. If anything, y'all got anything else? Anything to plug?
Nah, just appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Especially since it's been so long. You know what I'm saying? We're riding the wave, but we back on the damn thing. So
facts.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, y'all.
We'll catch y'all next episode.
Y'all boys.
Next episode.
Yeah.
You ended it?
Yeah, it's ended.
Okay.
All right, y'all.